All right, Sandy, been a busy couple of days. First, why don't you tell the folks the 3 moves you made, 3 down, 3 up?
Yeah, after the game yesterday, we announced that Ike Davis was being optioned to Las Vegas, as were Mike Baxter and our left-hand.
Carson, yeah.
Yeah, Rob Carson. So in their stead, we've selected Josh Satin. We're bringing Colin Cowgill back, and Josh Edgin also will be joining the bullpen. With respect to Ike, we went about as long as we could with Ike, and in retrospect, perhaps he should have gone out earlier. He obviously has not improved substantially since the time we first considered sending him to AAA. But I'm hopeful that he gets there. He'll be working with the staff there, George Greer, the hitting coach in particular. He'll be away from some of the voices who've been in his ear, and I don't mean Dave Hudgens, but when a guy goes poorly, there tend to be other voices that get introduced, players as well as others, and so just geographically he'll be in a better place. And
give him a chance to clear his head.
Yeah, and hopefully Las Vegas, while it's a detriment for the development of pitchers, hopefully it will accelerate the rejuvenation of Ike and Mike, those two as hitters. We've had a lot of success there offensively already this year, so it might be just the right environment for him.
All right. First question is first base. Short term, what is the plan? And let me ask it that way, then I'll ask the question about Flores. But first base, what is your short term plan here?
I think Terry will have 3 options, Mike. I think the first is moving Murphy to first base temporarily and putting Valdespin at second.
Okay.
And take a look at Valdespin and see if he can improve on his numbers with some more regular play. I think that's one option.
Right.
I think a second option is to play Satin at first base and leave Murphy where he is.
Right.
A third option, which I don't foresee us electing right away, is to move Duda to first base.
Okay.
But I think Murph is amenable to shifting if he has to. We've told him, actually indirectly in a conversation today, that this is not viewed as a permanent thing. We think Murph has done an excellent job in his improvement at second base, and so we're not looking to change him, shift him permanently. But I think that this. Basically, if Murph moves to first, it gives us a chance to look at Valdespin at second, and that may last a while. It may not.
Did you think about bringing Flores to the majors and giving him a chance at second base?
We thought about it. I think that's a move that may come later, but I think we felt at this point that if we're going to get anything out of Valdespin, we need to take a look at him now, and that's not to say that'll be a long look. But we wanted to look at that option first.
Do you consider Flores a prospect?
He's absolutely a prospect. The question, I think, implicit in your comment is that what is his position? Mm-hmm. And right now he's playing second base.
He can't play short though on a pro level, right? On a major league level,
no.
Right? Okay.
No, I mean he's got limited range, and we might be able to live with that at second, but couldn't live with it at short. He does everything at second base that you want. Turns the double play, has a decent arm. His range is somewhat more limited than you'd like, but everybody's range at Las Vegas is limited because the ball gets through the infield so quickly. So, but he's only 21 years old. He's doing very nicely, but I wouldn't preclude the possibility of him being here in sometime this season, even if it's just for a look-see.
All right, you got Cowgill in the outfield now with Neuenhuis, Lagares, and Keel's gone, Duda and Bird. Are you going to just leave that to the manager, or do you have a plan on what you want to do, especially with Lagares and Neuenhuis? Are you going to cut into Bird's playing time? I mean, what because of his age? I mean, do you have any short-term plan, or you just leave it up to the manager?
Well, I think looking at it short-term, I think, number one, you have to admit that, Bird is one of the few players we have producing offensively.
Right.
So cutting into his time, just given our short-term interests, doesn't make a huge amount of sense.
Right. So you're not going to penalize him for being old. Okay. Older. Okay. Yes.
I would think that, what we'll see in center field is probably a somewhat even distribution of opportunity between Neuenhuis and Lagares.
Okay.
Lagares has played very well defensively. He's hitting 200, so we're not talking about a guy who's on fire. And we need to find out about Neuenhuis too. So I would think that we'll see sort of a more balanced allocation between the two. And by the way, as far as Ankiel is concerned, the thing that he did for us is he bought us time with Neuenhuis. Neuenhuis has actually performed pretty well the last 10, 12 games, over the last 10 days, 2 weeks.